Mukuro Ikusaba. Mukuro Ikusaba. The 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair.
Where is she, Kyoko? In the walls?
Watch out for her.
Kyoko told me to watch out for her. Mukuro Ikusaba. That was 3 days before the next incident. Hello! What incident, Makoto? A murder? You have so many incidents in this school. 3 days before we would be faced with another murder. Why put a coat over the... Why would you put a coat over someone's body before stabbing them? That's so weird. 3 days before the worst thing so far would reveal itself. Fuck you, the worst thing that happened was Taka dying. My baby was taken from me. Nothing could top that. Nothing could possibly be worse than Taka's death. I say as I cuddle my Taka plushie that is always with me. Even when we're done playing Danganronpa, I want everyone to know Taka will always be with us. In the form of a $75 plush doll. "100-mile dash, pain of a junk food junkie." In the meantime, the day after Sakura's class trial, that morning in the dining hall. So let's begin the usual post-trial investigation. Hey, you didn't make small talk or anything. We never just get straight to the point like that. Well, maybe you should. Maybe you should. You guys kind of lack focus as a group. If you want to keep up with me, you must refrain from making pointless small talk. Jeez, how high is that horse of yours? Oh, it's one of those big horses. You know how they have regular horses, and then they have the, like, super big ones? And then they have Shetland ponies? Byakuya is on top of a big horse, holding a Shetland pony. That is how Byakuya sees himself.
Well?
He just acts like that to hide his own insecurities. That's what I like to think, anyway. Okay, well, have fun with that headcanon, hero. Regardless, if you want to defeat the mastermind, you need to follow my lead. They creep around the school like a mouse, but the mastermind's pride is as bloated as a cow's udder.
In the name of my family.
And no matter what it takes, I will rid this world of them. You know what I like? I like that Byakuya's on our side, but he's still, like, just weird as fuck. Like an absolute freak. Like, yeah, he's working with us instead of against us now, but he's still totally unhinged.
Huh?
Hey, Toko, you've been pretty quiet. Toko, you okay, honey? Man, you're so boring now. You just sit there like a mushroom. Gonna start calling you Miss Mushroom. Hero, you're a grown man. Stop bullying a teenage girl.
What's your deal?
She didn't snap back at you. Her talking makes things difficult, so I told her not to open her mouth without permission. Oh my god.
Huh?
What? But if she can't open her mouth, she can't eat or drink water. Oh, God. I don't care. Look, Byakuya, I know you don't like Toko. But We don't want her to die.
How about that?
And you're okay with that, Toko. Toko, honey? Honey? Jeez, how low is the rock you're hiding under?
Whew.
I believe this is the small talk Byakuya warned us against. Yeah, sorry, Kyoko. I guess we all just don't want Toko to die.
Come on.
And yet, I let myself get involved. Yeah, Byakuya, I think everyone else's stupidity is rubbing off on you. Good luck with that. But it is now finished. I will never allow you to drag me down to your level again. Oh, fuck you, Byakuya. You're gonna be dragged down to our level and you're gonna like it.
Let's go.
We're going to begin our search. Stop running your mouths and start moving your legs. Pressured by an obviously irritated Byakuya, we all started our exploration. What the fuck?! Why is there a thong in there?! Why was there a thong in there?! Ew! So here I am on the 5th floor of Hope's Peak Academy. The fifth floor has been open to us, and it's totally different from all the floors we've seen up till now. For some reason, it feels unpleasant. Check the classrooms. What the fuck?! Why? Who drew that on the blackboard? Oh my god! I'm out. I'm out of this room. Get out of this room right now. Whatever we find next can't be worse than that. Oh, shit. Well, that's there. You know it's bad in a Danganronpa game when the blood is actually red instead of pink. Feed me, Seymour. Feed me all night long. What is this? Oh, that's Audrey too. She's gonna eat you. This thing is super weird, super creepy. Flowers aren't supposed to get this big. They do if you feed them blood. They do if you feed them chopped up dentist. Is this thing real?
Watch out!
Watch out! That's a Monokuma flower! I came up with the name myself! Try and touch it, and you're in for some real excitement! Your heart's all like, whoa! And the plant's all like, snap! And your flesh is all like, blog! And dead! In other words, it's a monstrosity. It's pretty freaking amazing, if I do say so myself. Well, can it sing? Put that plant on Broadway. See how far it goes. A student at Hope's Peak added improvement after improvement and created this miracle creature. The ultimate botanist. Although they don't go here anymore. They died during the tragedy. This is the second time you've mentioned someone who used to go to this school dying during the tragedy. What the fuck are you talking about?
Actually,
I am alarmed that Makoto never seems to focus in on what is a pretty big confession. By the way, despite how it looks, that flower is super practical. It can eat paper, plastic, even people. So it's totally good for the environment.
well done.
Such an eco-friendly creation is vital for the future growth of a healthy society. Not that I know anything about that myself. Spouting more and more nonsense, Monokuma eventually disappeared. Whatever it is, I'd better keep my distance. Okay, so what did you want to tell us? Well, I was in a classroom on the 5th floor, and something caught my attention. It was this. Oh, God! It's like, it's like, hey, what do you have? A knife! No! A knife? Toko, no knife for you! Whoa, that thing is huge! It's like Rambo size!
What?
It's a survival knife of some type. But what was it doing in a classroom?
Well...
How would I know?
Very suspicious.
What are you gonna use the knife for? What are you planning to do to us? Why are you so freaked out about Toko having a knife on her when Jill is walking around with sharpened scissors that are specifically custom made and designed for murder? Why have none of you taken the scissors? I'm not gonna do anything. I just picked it up. I didn't want to leave the knife lying around.
How about that?
I'd rather have it lying around than in the hands of a serial killer. Don't compare me to her. I'm nothing like her. Listen, more important. Now that we have the knife, what are we gonna do with it? Why don't you guys just throw it in the incinerator? I mean, considering how big a deal it was during the first trial that they had the trash room with the incinerator in it, and only one of them had the key because it was that person's turn for picking up trash. We know Hifumi had the key. Hifumi's dead now. We don't know what happened to the key to the trash room. How do any of us get in there?
You know?
We can't let Toko keep it, that's for sure. We don't know what she might do. Then why haven't you taken Jill's scissors?
What's your problem?
I don't want it anyway. It's too dangerous. But you have the scissors. So what do we do?
So then...
Why don't you hang on to it, Makoto? Oh, sure. Just put that giant target on my back. It's fine. Huh? Me? Oh yeah, I totally trust Makoto to take care of it.
Okay.
Then that's that. Hold on, don't I get a say?
It's all clear now.
It just shows how much they trust you. You should do as they ask. Are you sure it's trust? I feel like they're just using me. Trust, using someone. Is there really much of a difference? Okay, so here you go, Makoto. They're acting like I already said yes! Fine. I guess there's nothing I can do. I'll just keep it in my desk drawer for now. You mean in the room that you never bothered to lock the door to? Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Okay, let's do this. Hey, Monokuma! You can see me, right? Get out here! I've got a bone to pick with you! Then a few moments later...
Monokuma appears!
Well! This is a surprise! You being the one to call me out!
Hey!
Hey, by the way... Huh?
Most suspicious.
What were you and Kyoko up to? Going to the bathhouse, just the two of you, in the middle of the night? Definitely a hot and steamy moment, wouldn't you say? Well, Makoto, at least Monokuma thinks you have Riz. So warm and wet, so wet and warm, I bet you guys. Oh my god. Removed to conform with local and international censorship laws. Yeah, that was a good call. All over her, didn't you? Jesus Christ. Not gonna talk, huh? Sure, I get it. Well, whatever. Unlike you, I have absolutely no interest in late-night bath scenes. Oh, that is a fucking lie. Monokuma is a fucking pervert. Because I like to maintain a healthy life of observation, far away from X-rated exploits. Bullshit. Oh, so is that why there's no surveillance cameras in the bathhouse?
Wow.
Bullseye! Or is it maybe because the lens gets all fogged up and you can't see anything anyway? Sounds like that's the bullseye to me.
You need something?
Anyway, you went through all that trouble to get me out here. Now what do you want? Oh, well, I don't know, Makoto. The best lie I can think of right now is asking him if he has any condoms. There's just something I wanted to confirm with you.
Say what?
Whether I'm a mademoiselle or a dude fella.
Actually,
But in the Bear Kingdom, there is no male or female. Actually there is.
what?
Seriously?
My entire existence!
Then what am I?
This is kind of depressing.
That's enough! I'll get stuck if I think about it too much. So what would you really want to ask me? Oh, well, you told us earlier that your precious had been stolen. What's this precious of yours?
What are you thinking?
Listen, I'm sure this is a silly question. No way it's possible at all. But is that seriously why you dragged me out here in the middle of the night?
Unbelievable.
You gotta be kidding me! You gotta be kidding me! 100 megaton freaking kidding me! You're not gonna ask me something useful like how to get the best honey or ursine breeding tips? What the fuck? This is crazy! Are all pubescent teen boys as nutty as you?
What the heck?
God, you're so annoying! Go! Fine, I'll tell you! It was a key and censored! That's it! What was the second thing? It's a blank, stupid! A secret! Fill it in yourself! Making me trudge all the way out here for that? I'd like to see what's going on in that brain of yours! The next time you summon me for something so stupid, I'll open up your skull and find out! Dropping more than a few swear words, Monokuma stormed off.
Huh?
Huh? Are you allowed to talk again? I don't recall giving you permission. Huh? I just thought since, I mean, a day has passed, maybe it had reset. Sorry, please don't hate me. Whatever my punishment is, I'll accept it. This is so concerning. I don't know if this is meant to be played for comedy, but I'm just really uncomfortable. I'll hang a sign on my neck that says, "Bad girl, I'll clean your bathroom with my toothbrush." Toko, just the tiniest bit of dignity. A mere morsel of self-respect. That's all I want from you. If you stop making disgusting comments like that, maybe I can forgive you. Thank you. I won't make any more disgusting comments, I promise. Oh, that's a fucking lie. Choco, I have seen the filth that comes out of your mouth. That is a lie. If I do, you can stuff my mouth full of trash. You literally just immediately broke the promise! Oh, I promise I'm not gonna say any more disgusting things. Immediately says this. Toko. Toko. As long as it's you and no one else, I don't mind. I want to call the police. It's no use. She's disgusting to the bone.
So,
Phew. Breakfast didn't help me feel any more upbeat, that's for sure. I feel like this is more than just me staying up late last night. Oh, God. Who do we hang out with? I know I started Toko's link, but I really don't want to talk to her after what an absolute freak she's been. Okay, Toko or Byakuya. I have to pick one of them because I need to get one the hell away from the other. Byakuya, let's hang out, I guess. What, did you need something? Should I talk to Byakuya for a while? Sure, why the fuck not?
That's fine.
Fine. I don't mind allowing you to indulge in my attention. I hope you appreciate this. I don't. I spent some time with Byakuya. Byakuya and I grew a little closer today. Sure, I'll give him a present. Why not? You want a brooch?
I see.
Now this is a rare moment. Coming from a noble family, I've never been exposed to such vulgarity. What the fuck, Byakuya? What the fuck? Interesting. I think I'll keep it. You are an enigma. Seeing Byakuya so pleased with something I gave him makes me happy. He called it vulgar! Tsundere motherfucker. I have a question for you. Huh? You do?
That's right.
Something's been bothering me for a while now, and I can't take it anymore, so answer my question. I need you to explain to me what exactly your ultimate lucky student title means. Oh, well, I don't totally get it myself, but what I do know is that I was picked at random from a pool of normal students.
So, in other words...
So you just got into Hope's Peak by blind luck. I see. Well, that answers my question. What was the question? How a commoner like you, with absolutely no unique talents or abilities, could get into this school. Oh, I forgot to mention boring. How a boring, untalented, utterly generic commoner got in. Boring? Generic? Byakuya, stop saying those very hurtful and very true things about Makoto! Did you really have to list all that off?
Naturally.
But it's the truth. Maybe compared to you, the ultimate affluent progeny and all, Byakuya's literally just here because he's rich. He's not fucking special. You wanna know what losers like Byakuya do? They buy social media websites and then get bullied on them. They invent cars that are dangerous and get people killed and then still insist it's a good car. They decide they're gonna take a submarine down to see the Titanic and then have a fucking game controller be the remote to pilot it. Being rich does not mean you are smart. Rich people make stupid decisions all the fucking time. Remember the submarine. Never forget the submarine. But even... You seem to think it was merely an issue of title, but make no mistake. My lineage, intelligence, figure, athletic ability, they are all ultimate. You're such a bitch. Ultimate bitch. That's what we should call you, Byakuya.
In other words...
Which is to say, I am the ultimate perfection. Feel free to begin calling me that, in fact. I once again am 100% convinced this is Byakuya's weird way of trying to fuck Makoto. This is his attempt at seduction, and the man has absolutely no riz. He's really taking this to the extreme. You, who have nothing, and I, who have everything. We are living proof that not all men are created equal. Look, Byakuya, you may think Makoto's just some boring commoner, but he's a boring commoner you're still trying to bone. And failing to, might I add. You have my pity, Makoto. Life can be very cruel indeed. I'm gonna go hang out with Hina next. Fuck this shit. And because I pity you so much, perhaps someday I'll allow you to hear my tale of glory. Yeah, pass. Consider it a blessing, a gift from me to you, to allow you to bask in my glory. Once again, terrible attempt at seduction. Having finished his mean-spirited lecture, Byakuya left me standing there in silence. I learned one thing about Byakuya today. Anytime I talk to him, I need to be prepared for extreme psychological trauma. I did my best to keep my spirit from shattering like glass and went to my room. We were saying, since we're done dismantling Monokuma, what should we do now? Piss on him! The absolute confidence that I had when I said that, followed by immediate regret. Okay then! Let's just tear the mask clean off!
Come on.
Wait, don't! By the time he called out, it was already too late. Toko's hand shot out towards the mask. Dude, this isn't Toko, it's Jill right now. Tell them apart. And in the next instant... Jill! There was a blinding light and a deafening roar. The body blew up. It blew up, it blew up, it blew up, it blew up. Oh God, Jill! My vision started to darken. I prepared to pass out. But then... Hurry up, put out the fire. Someone make sure Jill's still alive. As my consciousness attempted to float away, that voice reached up and pulled it back down to earth. Someone pressed something into my hands. It was a bucket of water. Come on, dump the water on it. Okay. The upper half of the body was on fire. I took aim and tossed the water as hard as I could. Thankfully, that was enough to put out the fire. It died down, leaving only the unpleasant smell of burning. I guess that took care of it. What the hell, man?
Huh?
It exploded!
What did you say?
I had a bad feeling about that body, but I never imagined it would explode. And now the body.
What?
It's burnt to a crisp. That's beyond well done, man. Don't compare it to a steak. I'll never be able to eat steak again. Hey, wait.
What?
Aren't we forgetting something? You know, Toko? Oh, shit, yeah.
What?
Yeah, she totally got blown up, huh? Forget about her. I'm sure the explosion vaporized her. Oh. You good, girl? Oh, she survived. Oh, she survived. What just happened, Master?
Stop talking.
You declared for the whole world to hear that you would never again inhale a singular molecule of oxygen. Oh, then I don't mind breathing in the carbon dioxide you exhale. That's enough for me to live. How are you a best-selling author? Oh yeah, people love smut. That explains it.
What the heck?
This is the strangest back and forth I've ever seen. Okay, I just had 4 fruit by the foots for lunch and I'm on a sugar rush. Let's solve this fucking murder, gang! Woo! It's gonna get weird! We stood there for I don't know how long, frozen in place. I couldn't think. It took everything I had just to keep myself standing upright.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim. First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
Kyoko's right here.
But Kyoko's standing right there.
Yes. Thank you, Toko.
No, that's a ghost!
What the fuck, Hero? Kyoko, I know you shouldn't have to dignify this with a response, but I really think we need to talk about it.
But she has legs and stuff.
She has legs and stuff is the defense?
Well, that's just because
Not ghosts aren't real?
she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology!
What the fuck are you on about?
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right?
Oh my god, we're actually doing this.
Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Oh my god. It didn't have her boots.
Her traits?
Established a time. It took place somewhere between 9 o'clock. Yep. And
Yeah, from to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
we've established a time. It took
Place somewhere between 10 o'clock.
There we go.
No, that's wrong. Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare you spew such indecent words?
Toko, you're the only one saying that. What the hell?
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do you mean? By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
Toko, we just finished with Hero's ghost bullshit. Do you have to have a meltdown right now?
Man, you're totally wacko.
Oh, shut up, Mr. Kyoko's a ghost.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why!
I need to prove that it wasn't the sprinklers that got the body wet. All I have to do is hit Coco with certain evidence, and that should do it. If we look at the body itself, that should make it clear. Oh god, I have to do this now. Toko, this is the second time I've fought you in one of these.
I admit nothing. I hate you. No! I don't know anything. Hold on.
Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact? I see. So you still refuse to accept it. I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room, that it was someone else.
But who else could it have been?
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
He did.
You! What are you trying to imply?
But of course I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time. I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Well, someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
What?
It had to be Makoto, right?
I don't see any other option.
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong.
Makoto decides to lie for Kyoko at the trial to cover for her, even though she looks guilty, and if she's not found guilty, he probably will be, because he's the only other person without an alibi. Makoto covers for Kyoko and ends up taking the fall. Makoto, surprised Pikachu face. Oh shit. Is this sex ed class? Alter Ego, save the day! Alter Ego, if you save Makoto, I'll forgive you for everything! I'll even say I'm sorry about all those times I called you a whore! Oh, that's a fall. I was in a vast, dark cavern with the barest hint of light seeping in. Trash was piled high all across the area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. A heck of a situation to find myself in. But that was just the beginning of my problems. Was I going to be stuck in there till I wasted away and died? No, I can't let that happen. Not after what my good friend went through to save me. Oh yeah, Alter Ego. I guess now's a good time. Alter Ego, because you saved Makoto's life, and I have recently developed a fondness for him and taken him off of my shit list, I should thank you and forgive you for everything, just like I forgave the others. Alter Ego, I'm sorry I called you a two-timing, backstabbing, catfishing, accessory to murdering little slut. I'm sorry I said all those very mean and very true things about you. Okay, we're good now. That's over with. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Mukuro Ikusaba was to get me killed. Get you killed?
Indeed.
I stole that key and disappeared, and in retaliation, they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
Correct.
That was the point of the class trial. It was? The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. You mean because of the school regulations?
That's right.
Exactly. With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion.
In other words,
the mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules? That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations.
Hey.
There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba. What's that? There was a point where Mukuro may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto. I could have become the victim?
Indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Do you mean during that night? I can hear them, you know. The footsteps of the god of death. What? What? I can hear the god of death as he moves. That ability naturally draws me into cases just like this.
Anyway,
Which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms, and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell, and I saw a white shadow cross the corridor. I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room.
correct.
I ran into your room, and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However,
That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to whoever the masked assailant was. They ended up dead.
correct.
And their murder was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in my room. It all has to be the work of the mastermind, an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me. Okay, so let me get this straight. Kyoko can hear the footsteps of the god of death. So Kyoko knows when people are going to die. And that night, Kyoko knew that Makoto was going to be killed, and she intervened to keep him from dying. I have one question. Kyoko, where the fuck were you? Where the fuck were you during every other trial? Every other time someone died, where the fuck were you? Where the fuck were you when Sayaka was killed? You didn't hear the footsteps of death that night when she was planning to kill Leon. Where were you when Chihiro was killed? You didn't hear the footsteps of death that night in the locker room. Where were you when Taka was killed? You weren't even there! What the fuck? My baby! My baby! And you, where were you? Everyone's blood is on your hands because you knew they were gonna die and you did nothing to stop it. The fuck? This is bullshit, Kyoko. This is bullshit. And I know you. I know what you're about. I know you only saved Makoto's life because you thought he was submissive and breedable. This is bullshit. Okay, I'm calm now.